an F1 car and a 1000 horsepower Atom.
What can compare? I mean, how on earth we got these two cars lined up anyway?
So we've got Misha.
I'm very much not looking forward to dying.
Lost drive.
Oh, is he?
Oh wow.
What occurred?
My engine's gone.
Get you some of that!
Okay, and welcome back. We have got a track battle. It's not part of the official series because we've got something a bit odd. We've got a World Series, basically an F1 car, and a 1000 horsepower Atom. And we've got the owner of the Atom, who refuses to be on camera, but actually is on camera. Look at that smile. Okay.
No,
typical
turkey.
Turkey. It's turkey. Right, you probably need to ask some questions. We'll go to the Atom first.
Do you want to ask a little bit about the Atom, shall we?
for it.
Okay, so I mean, thanks to Stu for this, but Rick, do you want to just tell us a few bullet points about this? It's a contraption, isn't it? What's the top headline points about the car?
Numbers. It's a numbers thing, isn't it? So obviously I started with a basic car. I'm now chasing numbers. So 1000 brake horsepower, 200 mile an hour plus, 650 kilo missile, fully built. Did everything myself. Turbo, blah blah blah. PPG box. So yeah. Up and down, full build.
It is, I mean, for those who haven't seen any videos on this or know what the car's about, it isn't, I mean, the power to weight ratio is like, it is far beyond anything we've ever experienced. I've driven fast cars and this is out there. It weighs how much?
About 650.
And it's got how much horsepower?
Over 1,000.
I mean, you don't need to do too many calculations to work out that is an absolute weapon of a car. To put it on a racetrack like Brighton Park, we're hoping to get some good numbers at it. But the only thing that can compare to that is probably something like this.
Which I have Lee next to me. Do apologise, you may want to come down a little bit here, just because we're all a bit too big. But you need to be this size to fit in one of these.
It's true.
So you don't have the choice. I'm not going to borrow.
You did just about fit though.
I did just about fit, but I couldn't get the thing on to secure me in, so that was an issue. Right, so tell us a little bit about what it is.
So it's a 2002 World Series run by Nissan. So originally the World Series was a Nissan series, which then changed to Renault in later years. They made 20 of these cars that were all sold off to private teams and raced for a period of 3 years. It went into private ownership, used as a practice car by Red Bull, and then private ownership, which was predominantly in Europe throughout its life, and then I've got my hands on it now.
Blimey. So I know it's a bit of a weird one, but I'm going to ask it, and I think I have asked you before. Not telling us what you paid for it. What do they sort of go for to buy as a private person?
I mean, anything. I mean, because I look after lots of different cars, F1 cars and things, and I mean, you're probably looking at, for something in this region, sort of 100,000 upwards, up to 3, 4, 5, 10 million, depending on where you want to stop, basically. It can be big numbers, but these relatively are, you know, at the lower end of that scale.
Well, thank God for that. So have you managed to get it out much on track? 'Cause obviously you do demonstrations as well and everything else, and you actually have a business for that, so people can hire the car.
Yeah, we hire the car out predominantly for static display or demonstrations. We do some charity work as well, as say, along with the other F1 cars that all privately owned by individuals that I work with. And yeah, I mean, we take it all over, and other cars all over Europe. I've used it a fair amount in terms of driving, maybe not as much as I'd like to, but you know, I've had it for about 2.5 years now, and done a fair amount of sessions with it. Obviously, not as much as I would like to, but
I'm sure tracks.
Fun thing to drive.
Tracks must be like, you're too loud, you can't come on.
Yeah, it's 132 decibels on the spot static rev, so. It can be tricky. Unsilenced days are the only way forward, and that's few and far between.
Yeah. Well, today you seem to be driving your car.
Correct. Yeah.
But you don't seem to be driving your car.
Yeah, that's because there's somebody else that we had. Well, somebody else turned up that can drive it slightly better than me, I would imagine.
He was just passing, wasn't he? Just happened to turn up.
Yeah. So the king of the ring.
Yeah.
Not my wife. Misha, come over here, buddy.
So we've got Misha, while we were doing our influencer battles and everything else, we've got Misha turn up, and Rick said, you know what, let's send it out. Have you actually driven anything like that before?
I'd driven an Atom last year on the track. It was slightly remapped, so it was less than half the horsepower, and I said, never again. And here I am, we're in cold, wet, slippery conditions, and it might bite you, so it's basically an eel. So I'm very much not looking forward to dying. But if this video gets published, I probably did not die.
Well, there we go. So all I'm going to say, so we've got Lee's going to get suited up to go out in the F1 car first. Then we're going to get Misha ready to go out. The weather is atrocious. It's hot, it's cold, it's then rainy, then it's trying to make a decision on when to go with things. So we're just going to try and send it out, and hopefully it will stay dry, because you probably will die.
And I want to be back alive before lunchtime.
Okay, you're hungry, yeah. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll cut to Lee going out in the F1 car.
Briefs, Joe.
I tell you what, the running around is ridiculous.
It's good cardio, though, isn't it?
Mate, it is. But anyway, we are here. The F1 car is going out. We're going to send it out. So hopefully, we'll see what times we're getting. They're going to have 2 to warm up, and then basically move on to 3 laps. Hopefully, it will stay dry. That's why we're running around like lunatics.
Fingers crossed.
So, let's get ready for this to come in. Do we just send him if he's happy? Are you happy? Yeah? Go. Listen to it. I just hope that GoPro stays on, because if that scratches that car, it's coming out of your money.
I did, for the record, I looked at the mount and it's sturdy.
It is.
I mean, it needs to be sturdy, to be fair. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen here, because now we've got dry tarmac, but this car makes about 450 horsepower on 99 RON fuel. So we've had some really fast stuff around here, but this is designed for this. So yeah, it sounds amazing. I mean,
it sounds amazing. Will it perform amazing? We've got a 1000 horsepower Atom.
Exactly that.
Which is going to take over it. And we've got Misha driving that. So we've also got a professional race driver
in a car that's not a race car, but
it's set up to be a track car.
The next best thing, yeah.
I reckon we should go around there a little bit, because it's a bit windy.
It is a bit,
This may block it off. Yeah, that's better. This reminds me of the old track battles where it's nice, dry and warm and everything else. I'm happy with that.
It's always windy here.
Always windy. It's an old
windy.
airfield, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, listen to it.
I know, it does sound wicked. I wonder if he's able to really give it 10 tenths.
Well, he's as long as it stays dry, as soon as he notices rain on that visor, he's going to slow down.
Right, okay.
But look at it. Look at that. Oh, the gear change.
I know. You know, last time we were here, in fact, I remember there was a very distinctive moment when we were here. We had that Mercedes AMG GTR.
Yeah.
Is it an MP1 car or something?
It's
GT series car. And I thought we'd really peaked with that. And we're seeing this here. I'm not saying this is better or worse, but I mean, that is just seeing it go around the track.
The problem is with this car on this track is this car's too short for it. It needs the legs.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the issue. It needs
Silverstone or somewhere like that.
Silverstone, Brands Hatch, GP, that sort of track would really suit it. Spa would probably suit that the best, to be fair.
Incredible. I was surprised to hear that it was on 99, as I mentioned earlier, it was on 99 grade fuel, like V-Power.
Well, it's obviously mapped to that.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's just having that sort of car with that noise is impressive. I didn't know. I didn't think we could get one.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Small little YouTube channel with an F1 car versus a 1000 horsepower Atom. Look at it. That GoPro's shaking, but it's holding.
It's still on though. The GoPro's still attached.
Yeah, it's not the end of the track. It's not the end of it yet.
Well,
so let's give it 5 minutes. It may not still be there. But yeah, that is a little bit special. What I want to do, here he comes, look, Mr. MSB, come on son.
Here he is.
So we've got everyone here, we've got Mr. MSB.
No way, son.
How you doing, mate?
Hi.
How often do you get to see an F1 car go round?
Every weekend on the telly.
Every other Sunday?
Yeah, but I mean, in person.
It's in person.
It's stunning.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's the gear change that does it for me.
It's instant. I like lightning.
Looks like he's lost drive.
Oh, is he?
Oh, wow.
Let's just make sure the car's okay.
What occurred?
My engine's gone.
Just no power?
No, it's gone. Bottom end.
Oh, you're fucking kidding.
No. Fuck. Alright, let's get you in. Engine's dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The engine's blown up.
Got a hand? You right? So after that bad news, Lee's checking over the car, which means we have to get Misha out because the rain is coming in fast and no one wants to be driving this Atom in the rain.
The 60, is that correct?
Yeah, that's just because it started. It'll go to
90 and then...
after a lap. You'll be sound. Yeah.
Now this.
Yeah.
This one too?
No one going?
There we go.
Jesus Christ.
Right. Now, Misha drove that yesterday, and he said it's
Undrivable.
Yeah, he said it's undrivable. And when you see the pace of it going along, like I said about that World Series car, the pace of it going along the back straight there, it's distinctively faster than the World Series car.
Yeah, as long as you get the heat in the tyres.
Fast.
As long as you get the heat in the tyres and go.
I'm really keen to see how he gets on there. Bit of tyre smoke there. It is aircraft fast.
Yeah. Right. Oh, I'm just knackered today now. Got a blown up Formula 1 car.
Yeah.
And then we've got rain and Misha in one of the fastest cars in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's holding off just.
That's scary, that car.
It is. It's bad enough to drive it on the road. It's like, I wouldn't give it 10 tenths on the road at all, but to give it everything it's got on a short little track like this.
Yeah.
The K20 engine doing it.
I think he's probably a little bit sceptical of it.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, he said it was something about the shock absorber settings. Did he say?
He said, well, there's no air rub on it.
No.
So the downforce is really nothing to go.
Yeah, it's non-existent. Yeah.
Yeah, the back is lifting. But hopefully you get a couple of laps in before.
Yeah. So it looks like, hopefully he should. So this is his. Is this a time lap he's doing at the moment?
He will be doing, well, everything's timed, but he'll probably go through it on this one. As long as he feels that the tyres are up. Martin can jump in any car.
Oh,
driving.
Yeah.
He's probably the easiest to adapt to all of these
Yeah.
cars.
He's the most adaptable person.
That GoPro is getting an incredible view of the sky.
Yeah.
No, he's just sketchy, I wouldn't even. You wouldn't even catch me going out now.
A little bit of me loves it though for that, because it's so sketchy. It's like, it's the complete antithesis of what technology in cars has allowed us nowadays. Like with electric cars and like we were saying about four-wheel drive, dual clutch transmission cars like that. It's the complete opposite of all that. It's completely analog and completely unnecessary in some ways.
It's fantastic, but yeah, unnecessary.
It's brilliant. It's light, it's twitchy, really, really twitchy.
What was the weight of it again? 650
It's
kilos?
like 650 kilos. There's nothing of it, and what there is of it is just carbon fibre and a bit of tube. You know, there's nothing of it. The engine's alley, props alley, head's alley, so you know, it doesn't weigh anything. It's absurd, really. It needs a lot of aero. It needs a lot of aero if you're going to get the best out of it. So he's probably going to be giving it a bit more now.
So yes, we've had a GoPro flat malfunction. So if you are getting this, it is basically Misha driving. So experience of driving with Misha. We can't
And some outside shots as well.
Yeah. Is he coming in? Well, he's in.
Oh!
That's probably why.
Yeah.
Misha came in early because the other side of the track it started throwing it down, and obviously you do not want to be out in this car with 1000 horsepower in the rain, because Misha sort of values his life and we got to get him back to Germany. But let's pass back over to ourselves to find out some times and what happened with the F1 car.
Right, so we're back. It was eventful, wasn't it?
It was eventful, yeah, and I feel a little bit bad because I've seen something that I would not dream of wanting to see, and I can only feel really sorry for Lee.
Yeah, so Lee, you had looks like you might have had a problem with the car.
Yeah, unfortunately so. Going around on the third sort of warm-up lap, I heard a bit of a noise coming from the engine, slowed down, sort of had a little listen, and I believe it may well be the bottom end, as I decided to make a bit of an exit. But it's not, I don't think it's terminal in terms of nothing's come out the side of the engine or the block or anything. It looks all in one piece. There is a chance it might be top end. It's very difficult to tell at the minute. So after today, on the way home, I'm going to stop off at the guy who helps me look after the car and have a look through and see what we can see. But
So that's not you can't just pop into the local, you can't go to Quick Fit really and say, oh, my engine's making a noise.
you know, and the problem is as well is that because of the engine. I mean, it's essentially it's a Nissan engine, but it's trying to find someone obviously who's got the right mindset, the right tools and know-how obviously to do that sort of thing. Everything in it is modified from what the original block would have been obviously for it. So yeah, it's going to be probably quite a long process, which I'd say for this year, with the 8 or 9 events that I've got booked, I'm going to have to come up with something fairly quickly.
I was going to say, you're booked for a lot of stuff this year, so whatever you're going to have to do, you can't exactly ring Euro Car Parts and just say, oh, can I have some bearings for one of these?
Yeah, I mean, ironically, it's a Nissan, so I might give them a shout. I mean, when they ask for the reg, I might come a bit stuck with it. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes.
So we had there was a bit of an up and down, wasn't there?
Yeah, so with Misha going out in the Atom, you managed to go out as it was dry and then suddenly the heavens opened. I will pass this to Misha.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you very much for the invitation. This is, as a matter of fact, the very first UK track that I'm fortunate enough to drive.
You're welcome.
So driver excuse number 1, I have no idea where to go. So we came back, so that was good. And second, as you mentioned, as I was starting to kind of more or less get used to the car, absolutely not, it started to rain and I'm like, okay, I still want to get back home in one piece and also for lunch as well. So we're back in one piece, so I backed off. And so yeah, because it was just too slippery and wet, lack of downforce and the lack of big balls couldn't add to mechanical grip either. So there is that.
What do you think of the car?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that the remapped stock-ish Atom was not scary enough. this is the new thing. That's definitely is scary.
I think this one's going to break the internet.
I think definitely. Well, the most important thing is that we didn't break it or ourselves in the process. So I think we should like put some bigger wing on it and then go again.
Yeah, so I think summertime now, the car will be loaded up, sent over to the Nürburgring or to Misha's place, and we're going to put a load of downforce on it. Essentially, we're going to have. What we're going to do, we're going to scan it, 3D scan, and then
do everything.
He's going to send me some,
You said at the beginning you're about the numbers, and you have 1,000 horsepower, so let's put 1,000 kilos of downforce on it.
100%, yeah.
Perfect.
Right, so the most important thing was, obviously, we did get a time for the Atom, but obviously it started raining really, really hard, and obviously we didn't get a time from the World Series car, but we did get a reference time from earlier, which was a 1:10:22.
Correct, yeah.
So it's a 1:10:22. Obviously, it's not a car that is made for this sort of track. It is made for the likes of Spa, long track, Silverstone, so on and so forth. But Rob from Race Logic has the numbers for the Atom, which had no grip, and Misha cared for his life. We did manage to get a lap, and it was.
Yeah, Misha did it with the Atom in a 1 minute 20 seconds 0.68.
There you go. So obviously, you saved for your life. That was it. It was a dangerous car. We've been out in it.
I've driven it in the dry, on the road, and even then it's sketchy. I mean, without any dampness on the road, so I would not want to drive it.
And the thing is, when you would have seen the video, I refuse to go back in that car. So we're all here saying, go in the car. Yeah. You'll like it.
The thing is, I want to emphasize, like you mentioned, that it's made for other tracks, not because of the high speed, but because it's like not bumpy. The problem here, there's so many small bumps. I think you felt it as well in your car. And when just a tiny bump, it launches the car slightly in the air, and then you go full wheel spin. The wheels go up. What can they reach in top speed?
I've done 190 in it. So
so it goes probably in 190 in wheel spin, and then try to catch it at some point. Yeah. So it's a fun experience. It's all about entertainment.
Unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's
but the best thing is we get Misha back. So obviously on this occasion we've had poor news with the World Series car. Not the greatest time because it was wet, and personally I've been out in the dry and never would do it again. And that's about it, really.
Subscribe for more driver excuse facts.
Misha will be back with more excuses, and hopefully, we're going to get it to the ring, aren't we?
Yeah.
So that will be going around the ring and see if Misha's got the balls then. Whee, there's no excuses. Right, well, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Massive thank you to VBOX Motorsport for today. And we'll see you in the next one. And we'll see Misha in a Golf next time, and MSB, and Adam Smith, and everyone else that we can find to find out who's the fastest influencer.
Lee Lockwood's just having a shit.
Oh, there he is. Oh, Lee Lockwood's having a walk round the back. You all right, mate?
Do I got quick picture T1?
Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.
Ciao.
I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin'.